going on, guys? Welcome to Anteiku Nation, where we game and we know things. And today I want to take a look real quick, guys, at the newest clan implemented in Vanguard Zero, the Ninjutsu clan Murakumo. This is one of the clans I have been very excited for a very long time. When I knew that they were going to finally announce the coming of Murakumo to global. It's not going to be like meta defining, so we're not looking at it as meta defining. But if you want to break away from the meta and you want something that's just kind of like, in my opinion, easy to build, very free to play friendly, then this would be a very fun deck for you to get your hands on. As a matter of fact, the event went live, I think like 2 days ago. So at the point in time of recording this, I'm 2 days in and I have finally finished the deck. I finally finished my Megatsu Storm deck. I did only so far get one copy of Shirayuki, but I wasn't really aiming to make her part of the deck. Would she be a more viable source than, let's say, real quick, Mandala Lord? Yeah, sure. Like, she's still a Persona Blast, she's still a Counter Blast, and she still, you know, lowers the attacking unit's power. So, like, you know, he says right here, Mandala Lord, Persona Blast to have the attacking unit get minus 10,000. Shirayuki can't even talk, does it just a little bit better. But the main focus of this deck is going to be built around the ride chain. So if we look real quick, guys, we got Stealth Dragon Megatsu Wind. So when rode upon by Stealth Dragon Megatsu Breath, you look at the top 7 cards from the top of your deck and add a Covert Demonic Dragon Megatsu Storm or Stealth Dragon Megatsu Gale to your hand. If not added to your hand, then you call this card to the rear guard. Also, Vanguard Circle, when rode upon by a unit other than the Stealth Dragon Megatsu Breath, aka our grade 1, you call this card. So there's plus and minuses to it. Yeah, you want to get the ride chain off. I mean, most ride chains you want to. This one just functions a little different than some of the other ones. I like the fact that he can kind of fix the ride chain. So like if you don't get the grade 2 and let's say you get the grade 1, then like you have a chance to still get the grade 2. Let's say you got the grade 1, you got the grade 2, then you have a chance to still get the grade 3. So it does have a way of kind of like fixing itself, and I think that's a very big plus. Obviously we run our PGs, guys. There's nothing new here. Obviously you run a deck, you need 4 PGs in this game. We are running obviously grade 1 Stealth Dragon Megatsu Breath. So Vanguard, if your soul has a Stealth Dragon Megatsu Wind, this unit gets plus 1,000. When rode upon by Stealth Dragon Megatsu Gale, aka our grade 2, you can call 2 Stealth Dragon Megatsu Gales to the field. They also get boost. At the end of the turn, you add one of them to your hand, and then you remove one completely from the game. What's so awesome about this is that's not pulling it from the deck. Now, back in the original TCG, this would pull those units from the deck and then they would go back into the deck. And instead, this actually creates shadow clones. And then not only does it create the shadow clones, but they become boosters. So now you got 2 9K boosters if you want. You can, you know, shell out 2 grade 2s, maybe do like a grade 2 rush. And then you're able to give yourself boosters while also giving yourself a grade 2 back. And then, you know, 1 vanishes, but then you're still left with your 2 grade 2s on the front. So you've got defenders for your next turn on your opponent or on your opponent's turn. And then you've got boosters. It does so much. Like it's so cool. Like I really like the way that it works, especially in this game, the way that Zero is designed. We are running 4 copies of the 8K Vanilla Shijimaru. Nothing special here. I just didn't really see anything, you know, special. You could opt to just go like more copies of Stealth Beast Ninth Panther, that for 1 counter blast he gets plus 1,000. Or if you've already finished the event and you got the Ouroboros cards, so you already got 4, you can kind of mix and match that ratio however you see fit. That's going to fit your playstyle and what makes you comfortable. I don't have any Ouroboros cards right now. Obviously, you cannot pull him from the gacha due to some kind of glitch or issue, I guess, on Game Studios' part. I do know that after the event is over, that we will actually be getting 4 copies of Ouroboros cart. But that being said, you know, if I get to the point I can create them and craft them, I will. I'm not really like, you know, not a big priority of mine. I'm going to keep playing the event until it's over, so maybe we'll flesh this deck out a little bit differently by then. Maybe I'll get lucky and get more Shiryukis, who knows. But anyway, this is my grade 1 lineup. Moving on to grade 2s, we do have the Stealth Dragon Megatsu Gale. We already know what this card does. You know, when it rides, then like you can get, you know, multiple copies, do like a grade 2 rush. So if your soul on Vanguard has a Stealth Dragon Breath grade 1 in the soul, it gets plus 1000. So now it's 10k Vanguard. When rode upon by Megatsu Storm, or grade 3, you can call 2 Megatsu Storms to the field out of the blue, not from the deck, but just out of thin air. You create shadow clones of Megatsu Storm and they get boost. So now you can see even, you know, other combos you can do here that now you can give yourself 2 10k boosters on your turn, on your, you know, grade 3 ride. And then one of them goes to your hand at the end of turn, one of them goes away and just, you know, disappears. The beauty about this is that Megatsu is a Persona Blast. So just by riding him, you're able to give yourself a Megatsu Storm in order to meet the requirements of the Persona Blast. And that's just a beautiful thing because he's the only Persona Blast so far in this game that makes it very easy, it feels like, to fulfill the requirements of the Persona Blast. Because we know, like, Dote, that doesn't always go over so well. But I'm not even going to touch on Draconic Overlord the end right now. Anyway, a little tech in. I did put in one Swift Archer Fushimi. Fushimi says on Vanguard, this unit can attack the units in the back row. It can attack those that are opposite of it. So we saw this in Kagero. I think it was I'm having a brain fart and I apologize, but yes, we had a Kagero unit did this and that unit got nerfed because it could also do it on the rear guard circles as well as the Vanguard. Unfortunately, he is restricted to Vanguard only. This does limit his playability, and in my opinion, like, he's good, but he's not that good. Like, I tech him in because of, like, there's a match like, let's say Narukami, and you know, you want to get rid of the starter, then this guy would be optimal. But most of the time, given the fact that you want to ride the ride chain, he's just not something that you really want to see on the Vanguard. He's just kind of there, like I said, as a tech in. We are running the 12k attacker Stealth Dragon Royal Nova. If your Vanguard is not a Megatsu Storm or Megatsu Gale, meaning that you've not done the ride shade properly, he does get minus 5,000, become a 7k grade 2, and that feels really bad. But given the fact that our main priority is to have the ride chain, all of our Megatsus should be on Vanguard, then you should not have a problem making him your 12k wall / beater. I am running 4 copies of Bloody Mist, 10k vanilla, nothing special here. He's just a beefy body on board, so that, like, if you've got the Megatsus in the back, then all of a sudden you've got a 10k booster behind a 10k attacker creating a 20k column. And even better if you hit a trigger and can stack the trigger power over on that column, and it just creates power columns. That's really the only thing that this thing is just there for, besides a meat shield, is, you know, power column. Looking at our big boy, our main attraction is going to be Covert Demonic Dragon Megatsu Storm. Okay, he is a limit break 4, counter blast 2 to get 3,000 until the end of the turn. So he becomes, you know, let's see, he's 11,000. So yeah, he becomes 14,000. That way you can also call 2 Covert Demonic Dragon Megatsu Storms. Again, you're calling them just out of thin air, so you're creating them. They also get boost again. So at the end of that turn, you add 1 to your hand, you remove 1. So not only on the turn that you ride him are you getting 2 free Megatsu Storms, but if you're a limit break, you can counterblast 2, create even, you know, 2 more Megatsus, and then at the end of the turn, you're adding 2 to your hand, 2 are going away, and you've got that Persona Blast ability. But the way it makes this even better is that, let's say you go through that turn, you know, you do activate the 2 counter blasts, you do get all these Megatsus, and that turn you get the 2 Megatsu Storms in your hand, is that you're setting yourself up for that next turn. That next turn is going to be your power turn in a sense, hopefully, because his other ability says that when this unit attacks, you may CB1 and Persona Blast to call a Megatsu from your hand. So this, like, immediately fulfills this requirement to just get some multi-attackers. So, like, you attack with your right-hand column or left-hand column, the front row unit, you know, maybe you get rid of an interceptor. And then when he attacks, he allows you to Persona Blast. You go ahead and you make another copy, or you bring a copy down from your hand. And then now you got a whole column that you can swing with, as well as another column that you can swing with. And this just creates a little bit of some multi-attacking. And I'm a really big fan of how he works and what they did with him. You could look at it as a buff or a nerf. I'm not sure how you would look. Me, I think it's a buff. I think the fact that they allow you to create Megatsu just out of thin air, that's not just solely, it has to be in the deck. Because if it was solely in the deck, that would hinder this card's playability so much that would probably be absolute garbage and useless. But unfortunately, Game Studio saw that, or Bushiroad saw that, and they're like, nah, we got to do something better. Next up, we've already seen Mandalore. I'm running 4 copies. He is our heal. Nothing special there. He's just a defensive maneuver mechanic if things go wrong and we're not getting the Megatsu ride chain off the way that we want. He's just backup. But at the same time, he's not just backup. The thing I love about this deck, and in my opinion, is that this deck can shift from a very offensive to almost a very defensive deck. So it has versatility to it. Because with Mandalore, if you're looking and you're like in this really bad situation, maybe you're staring down Jewel Knights, maybe you're staring down like Pentagon Magus with a crit, maybe MLB with a crit, anything with like a crit and some power behind it to make it a big beef stick that could threaten for game. And you know that's the plan, you know what's coming, and you can kind of prepare for it. Maybe you can afford to shift gears and you can go into Mandalore. So like when this unit is attacked, you may CV1, Persona Blast 1, so you ditch a copy, and the attacking unit is going to get minus 10,000 until the end of battle. It will only activate if it would reduce the power below this unit. So, you know, there is a little stipulation there, but he's really solid. Like, would we rather have Yuki? Sure, because she actually reduces their power by even more than 10,000. Can't remember if it was 15,000 or 20,000. I want to say it's 15, but again, you know, you guys probably know better than I do because I'm having a brain fart. Next up, though, we've got Zanbaku. Again, this is kind of a more, in my opinion, he's still more of a defensive mechanic, and he's not limit break. So let's keep that in mind. This guy is just an always. So as soon as you ride him, boom, he's going to be online. At the start of your opponent's ride phase, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, your opponent may discard a card from their hand. If they do not, they cannot normal ride during that ride phase. So what makes this guy good is he's kind of like anti-break ride. He's like, okay, I see that you're sitting on the Ashley. I know you want to, you know, break ride Salome. So like, I hope that you got another grade 3 so you can ditch it so that you can break ride. Otherwise, you know, it's sad for you and it sucks. I do like him. He's got that little bit of denial, the potential for it. So like if the game's just going in a very bad direction for them, or they're not expecting it, they don't see this coming, their hand size is small, maybe you can lock them out of break riding. And that's a really cool mechanic in my mind, and I really can get behind that. So yes, I did opt for 4 copies of Zanbaku. Next up, our last Tekken card from the grade 3s. What pool we have available at this moment is Platinum Blonde Fox Spirit Tamamo. His limit break 4 is when this unit attacks, it gets plus 5k. So it's kind of like that standard old school, just ooh, we get 5k, look at us go. But then he also has the one ability, which I think is kind of cheeky. He gets the counterblast 1 to call a card with the same card name as your rear guard, you know, remove that unit. So basically he's creating a shadow clone for the turn, and then at the end of the turn that card goes away. So this gives you free board without having to like ditch your entire hand. And I think by not being able to ditch your entire hand, that's also a cool, you know, bit of a bluff mechanic, because then they don't know, you know, is he holding on to PGs? Is he not holding on to PGs? You know, what options does he have? And it kind of, you know, it just saves resources and gives you options. And I'm a big fan of having options in this game. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much my thoughts and my opinion on the Megatsu Murakumo build. I am going to be tinkering around with a Mandalore focused build that's going to look a lot different than the current build that you see before you. And I'm going to be interested to see like what kind of results I get from that playing rank this week prior to the holidays. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was super helpful. Maybe it shed some light on you that maybe you're like, oh, I didn't think about that. That's kind of cool. I never thought about it that way. So I hope that I was able to introduce something new to you. And if not, please, guys, let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comments below. And let me know how you're enjoying Murakumo, guys. I'm also looking forward to in the future when we get into Utama. Huge fan of the Ninja Clans. I love them. I think they're really awesome. They're just very, you know, they got the gimmicks. There's just something unique and different than just running meta all the time. But until next time, guys, please stay strong, stay healthy. Happy holidays, guys. And as always, happy gaming. Then hopefully we're going to start putting grade 3s back into the deck, and I'd be a huge fan of that. I loved Legion in the original game. Let's see, we keep This goes back. This goes back. No Megatsu Storm. Okay, this is fine. Oh, playing against an Ezel deck. Dope sauce. All right, let's go grade 1 Megatsu. Megatsu Breath. If we do get G, I'm gonna be excited for the Murakumo support, because G Murakumo was actually pretty cool. Actually, I can't even talk. I'll be excited for all of the G stuff. All the G stuff was actually really good, except for like Oracle Think Tank, man. Oracle Think Tank did not get what it needed to be like a threat against all the other decks in the meta back in G format, and that sucked, man. But at the same time, while G Oracle was not that great, the V series of Oracle Think Tank was just dumb. Imperial Daughter is just straight up dumb. So is a Pental Magus in V series. Skylet, only 2 weeks until Seals DD. I'm going to be playing Seals. Dude, Seals are awesome. I do secretly hope that I do get the Seal Dragon support, because I do want to play like a Seal Dragon deck, and I do want to play Dauntless. So like, I'm secretly hoping. All right, let's go. Megatsu Gale. But like, I don't care for Aqua. Let's see, let's put this here and here. Yeah, I don't care for Aqua all that much. Like, if I get Sweep Command, that's gonna be dope, but it's like not I have to. All right, is this all it does is call them when wrote upon convert and call to, and they get boost. Ooh, they get boost. Okay, so I'll tell you what, let's do this and let's do this, because that's a thing. And we'll drop this here, and we're gonna rush him. Hopefully we're gonna rush him. Let's see, hits a trigger. All right, so this is 18, that's 19. And we get the heal. Yeah, baby. Give me the power. Let's go. Damn, he hit a heal. This is fine. This is fine. We're still taking it back to 2. Eat it. Lucky bastard. Hit a draw. To be honest, I'm more of a buddy fight guy than Vanguard. Soon I can craft 4 Transcore, but I'm saving for set 12. I don't know, man. Transcore is really good. I did play Transcore Tetra and the TCG as well as I played Ripple, the ride chain. Freaking love the goddamn ride chain, man. That was so good. Oh my, I was a huge fan. I love Revan too. Last card Revan was one of my favorites too. That actually got me playing Aqua Force. But I can understand for saving for set 12 though, because of all the stuff that's in it. Like set 12 is gonna be hot. All right, so there's a PG. I don't know right now, guys. Murakumo's putting in work. We are putting in the work. Buddy Fight's actually pretty damn cool though, Jeff. I am a huge fan of the art on Buddy Fight. I have played Buddy Fight quite a few times. I really wish there was a digital card game for it, because I would be playing it. Just because like Buddy Fight had a lot of like really cool mechanics. All right, let's put this here. Actually, I might put this. Here's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna put this back here. What am I doing? Let's drop this here. Let's drop this here. Yes, I'm gonna switch them. I want to switch them. Thank you. Battle. All right, so this is 20, that's 22. This is just the dumb. All right, let's attack. Kill it. I don't know, stands might not be bad in this deck. Now that I think about it. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1, call him Megatsu from hand. Oof, I forgot he could do that. We could have like just swung with that, put another one, and then done this stupid thing. Oh well, we're not going to invoke. I goofed on that, so I forgot he could do that. Oh well, learning curve, right? Alright, let's drop that there. 27k to the face! Oh, there's the Ezel. This is fine. You're still gonna go to limit break. Dude, I actually really like the flow of this deck. If they would have just given us a crit, like some kind of a crit game for threat, Murakumo would be fire right now. Like, this is stupid good. This is just stupid good. I can make freaking boosters out of my grade 3s and like just make even extra attackers. Like, that's just really flipping good. Like, I would have geeked so hard had they given Megatsu a crit. I mean, that would be a bit overpowered, I get, but I mean, hell, look at everything else that gets a crit, so what am I saying? Freaking Platina Ezel powers everything up and gets a crit. MLB just gets a natural crit. Don't even get me started on the rest of them. We'll hit the heal. Alright, that's cool. We've seen one PG, so we know that, like, he can only have, like, up to 3 in his hand right now. We're not at limit break, so we can't activate the ability. This is a limit break 4. No, it's at the start of your opponent's ride phase. If your opponent's Vanguard's grade 3 or greater, your opponent may discard a card from their hand. If they do not, they cannot normal ride, but it doesn't matter because he's already sitting on the grade 3 that he wants. Alright, so let's just go ahead and throw out the Gales for protection's sake. Guess we can afford to save CG Maru because we're gonna have to just go through his freaking rear guards first. Feels bad we only get one. I mean, I guess we could have gone into Zanbaku, because then we could have prevented him from riding Platina Ezel, because we know he's got a copy at least in his deck. Then he couldn't have do the dumb thing. Oh, that's even better. That's not even a limit break ability. That's just a natural attack ability that I can make an extra attacker. So maybe we should have. Maybe we should have dropped Shijimaru, because then we could have got the Megatsu out of hand. Yeah. We could have threatened him. We could have threatened him for game. That feels bad. Feels bad. Yeah. There's a Platina. If we would have ride Zanbaku, we could have maybe prevented him from doing that, so. He didn't activate the ability to get the crit. That's interesting. He could have pushed us, but I guess he doesn't want to because he wants to keep us out of limit break. He forfeited.